Trigger warning though. If you from the right, you might get triggered. If you're from the left, you might get triggered. I don't give a fuck. What's good?
K.
C. Hey, we are back with another video. Now today we're gonna be reacting to Tom MacDonald. We are so sorry we ain't dropped in a week, man. We had a lot of health problems going on.
I think it's been more than been like 2 weeks.
It's been 2 weeks, y'all. We got a lot of health. We had a lot of health problems going on, a lot of issues. Wish us the best. Pray for us. Boom, 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 boom. Follow us on TikTok and on other social media platforms. Started the Patreon. Please go follow us on Patreon. Now let's get it. Tom MacDonald, America. I know we late to the party, but you know how we do. We come in.
Yeah.
We come in. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure I post notifications.
Smash that like button up.
Watch this video all the way through.
We appreciate you.
And let's get it. Let's go. No time to waste.
Lately, USA is getting scarier. Half of the Americans I see all hate America. They hate the cops doing their best to take care of us and kneel for the flag and salt the soldiers that we're burying.
Ooh, I gotta stop it, y'all. I gotta stop it right there. I don't think anybody who kneeled is trying to insult soldiers that fought for this country. As a matter of fact, Colin Kaepernick, since he started the kneel, said it had nothing to do with that. What they're trying to say is they feel like some people in this country, I'm just speaking for the other side, but what they're trying to say is they feel like some people in this country don't get noticed for the things that they've done for this country. Maybe I said that wrong. Hold on, I might have said that wrong. I don't know. It has something to do with police brutality, but I know it was never meant to disrespect the soldiers. I remember Colin Kaepernick saying that. I remember a lot of people who kneeled saying that. It had nothing to do with disrespecting the soldiers. I don't even think a lot of soldiers find it disrespectful, according to like what some soldiers have actually told me on YouTube. They said they don't find it disrespectful that people kneel for the flag. But I mean, think about it, y'all. I'm gonna ask a question though. Y'all want everybody to stand in allegiance to the flag. Like, y'all want everybody to stand up and salute the flag. That don't sound like some Nazi shit. like, you know what I mean? Like, that don't sound like some dictator shit. You gotta stand for this flag or else you're disrespecting it. Like, what if I just don't want to stand up for it?
It does sound like that.
What if I'm a paraplegic and I can't stand up? Like, you know what I mean? It sounds like some dictator shit. Like, why we gotta stand for the flag? Who gives a fuck? If people don't want to stand for the flag, don't let them stand for the flag. This is a free nation, right? Right? Like, isn't it free? Like, yeah. Let's keep going.
Tired of the pissing and complaining. Why you living in America if all you do is hate it? You think it's brave to take a stand against the nation? Real bravery is dying for the right so you can say it. Dear America, what happened to Americans? Apparently no one's aware or cares that it's embarrassing. It's arrogance. Our greatest enemy was always slavery and terrorists, and now it's people in the country trying to burn the heritage.
Okay. I know Tom means well, so this is not aimed at Tom. But literally, I know Tom means well. I know he does. But if that's been the war, if slavery has been the war, what's the argument about reparations? If paying back people for what happened to them so long ago, if we're at war with that, then why is everybody so angry about people talking about reparations? Or people talking about the fact that slavery has affected these communities to this day? As a matter of fact, and like we can go as far as slavery was the reason Jim Crow even existed at all. People were mad that the slaves were free and they feared the slaves. So they created groups like the Ku Klux Klan, the neo-Nazis and people like that. Government started putting things in place to make it harder for black people and minorities in general to do things. So if we're really at war with that, why can you still find examples of redlining? Why did COINTELPRO happen? You know what I mean? If we're really at war with that, why are people so... What's the word I'm looking for? Like, why does it seem like people are so angry when people start voicing their opinions on these topics? Like, people say they feel like the police have treated them bad, which I've been in situations where it feels like the police have treated me weird, right? You have people that jump on here and say, well, it's because you didn't listen. It's like, well... I mean, not necessarily, you know what I'm saying? We got pulled over the other day, speaking of which. And officer was cool though. Like he seemed upset that he had to give you a ticket, but I don't know, like it's weird. It's weird to say that we've been fighting against slavery when you talk about slavery online and like a lot and mostly white people get upset. Like they're like, "Oh, you guys are always bringing this shit up." Well, I thought we're fighting against it. I thought we're fighting to help the ripples from what happened from it. I thought we were fighting to help that. And if we are fighting to help that, I believe a lot of white people, some of them are, but I believe a lot of white people are like against it too in a way. Like, you just see TikTok, it seemed like TikTok is nothing but like a fucking battle back and forth between black and white. It's like, god damn, like, when are we gonna drop all this shit and get along? But at the same time, it's like the ripple effects of what happened from it. The more I read about it, I see it in the black community. So I don't know, but I think Tom means well when he's saying what he's saying, though. I think. No, actually, I know he does.
Yeah. I think Tom's goal is just to get
attention
it out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To get, like, not attention, but.
Yeah, I was saying to just get information out there.
Yeah. Cause
to open people's minds.
This is what I love about Tom. It starts great conversation.
Yeah.
Everything he's saying starts great conversation. I got chewed out last time for saying this, but I think it's real. Like, he reminds me of a modern day Nas. Nas started great conversation when Nas rapped. And that's the same thing I noticed about Tom. He starts great conversation when he raps.
Yeah.
And it definitely is. Like, we got to discuss, like, this country, like, because we just got to discuss it more, y'all. We'll talk more as we go along. Y'all know how we do. Let's keep going.
I can't help it, I just seem to see the world different. It ain't Republicans or liberals, it's mental illness. The internet is only interested in left opinions. Cancel culture's got more power lately than the First Amendment. If you
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, it's like
that,
the other day you were talking.
I was just talking about this.
Yeah.
On TikTok, I don't know what it is about TikTok, but if you have a right-wing opinion, you are instantly canceled. I don't know why it's like that, but like, and that's bullshit. That's bullshit. If we live in a country where people are claiming that everybody's free, then everybody should be able to say whatever they want to say. Like, I like this cancel culture shit is just really fucking ridiculous, and it's bad on TikTok. It's really bad on TikTok. They cancel anybody who has anything to say, and now now a lot of black men are starting to get really upset about it too, because like they're canceling a lot of black men when they speak out against the feminist movement or the LGBT community. It's crazy on TikTok how it works.
You should be able to have your own opinion and be able to talk about it and not get canceled.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go deeper on this with y'all. So like, it's not really the government that's censoring anybody though. It's the private organizations.
Yeah.
Like the fact that TikTok will censor you. TikTok is more likely to censor you than YouTube is for certain things, but TikTok can censor you. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, is it really the government doing it, or is it the private organizations, which we give power to by living in a capitalistic society? So, I mean, not saying I believe in socialism, but I do believe like we need a little more control. The people should have a little more control over the businesses. The people is what I'm saying. But I don't know how that would work. But
The people do.
not really. We don't have control over businesses. Businesses can fire us and tell us to go home. Like within that same day. We got to give them 2 weeks. Like we
But
put...
the people who own businesses are us. It's not the government.
Yeah, but... Yeah, that's true too. But like, but when people start owning businesses, like for example, like Jeff Bezos. Like Jeff Bezos owns all these Amazons, right? Mm-hmm. And he can make all these crazy rules. And it's like some people don't want to strive to be a Jeff Bezos. Some people just want to work a simple job. You know what I mean? But the fact that Jeff Bezos can just fire your ass for something stupid like you showed up 5 minutes late, or you know what I mean? Like this, it's like I don't think one person should have all that power.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and that's what they created unions for, which is a socialistic concept. Y'all should look that up. But that's what they created unions for, to protect the worker. But I think it needs. I think like, I don't know. That's weird, because then again, capitalism is the reason why we became the biggest society, the greatest society in the world in a way. So I don't know. I've been studying this shit a lot, so I'm just really confused on what works and what doesn't. But it doesn't seem like any fucking thing works. It seems like everything is fucked up in a way.
Maybe like for all business owners, they need to have like a set of guidelines.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have a set guidelines for your employees, but you have guidelines too. You can't be this strict on your employees.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Because I'm
like,
not
getting fired for being 5 minutes late one time is ridiculous.
or I'll even go deeper. A boss not liking you.
Yeah.
A boss firing you or finding a reason to fire you because they don't like you. You should be protected as a worker with that.
Right.
Like you should definitely be protected as a worker with that. And it's like it's just strange to me. Like it's strange to me. Like it's so much more into it. But let's keep going. I like this song. It's good.
Don't like it, leave. We will not defund police. We don't want no riots in our neighborhoods or in the streets. We respect freedom of speech. We protect what we believe. We don't want nobody dead, so please do not tread on me. In America, you're free to make free America, got soldiers dying overseas. So America, you can say what we believe. My America, I won't ever take a knee. Our freedom is the reason you can disrespect our flag. If my stars and stripes offend you, then I'll help you pack your bags.
You should be careful saying that, because like I've been watching a lot of native TikTok, and like a lot of native TikTok will respond to that by saying like, how you gonna tell people who already lived here that they gotta pack their bags? Why don't you just pack your bags and go? I mean, I know some of y'all ain't gonna like that, but I mean real, like if y'all don't like how people are reacting with their freedom, then why don't you leave? Like if people can, if we have freedom to be angry here about things that have happened to certain groups of people in this country, you have the freedom to be angry. Stop telling people to leave. Like, what the fuck? Like, how about you leave? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how about you leave? Like, none of us are natives here. None of us are natives here. Like, the only natives are the Native Americans that lived here before that. Like, how are you gonna tell that? Like, somebody commented on a native person's TikTok and was like, why don't you just get out of this country? Well, why don't you? They were here first. I was like, what the fuck? What kind of response was that?
Right.
I know I'm about to trigger some people, and I'm already thinking, fuck you now. Just know that. I'm not trying to trigger you. I'm just trying to make thought here. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get thought. Trying to get both sides of the argument here. So, let's go.
Does anybody know what the hell happened to the Patriots? Lately this nation is so ashamed and hating itself. Did everyone forget that people died to pay for this? Ungratefulness, United States gave everything to you just to help. I just want to celebrate Thanksgiving with my family. I don't need your help to understand it was a tragedy. Can I just be thankful for my
guys. The ironies of what I just said. Hey, I feel you. Like, I feel you. But what, you know what weirds me out? Like, we can have the conversation of all the presidents, all white people, we can have these conversations. But when it comes to like the conversation of what happened to the Native Americans during the Trail of Tears and the millions of them that were wiped out by the government, y'all don't want to have that conversation. That's weird. Like, all this is part of our history. We should talk about all of it. Like, every bit of it, every part of it. We should make everybody understand everything that happens so we can all actually get along. The reason why we don't get along is because people are saying they don't want to talk about these stories. And I get it though, like it's weird when somebody, when you eat Thanksgiving, somebody walk up and be like, oh, you celebrate a mass murder holiday?
I think that's the only reason why some people don't want to talk about it, is because people are going to judge you for still celebrating Thanksgiving. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because we figured out what happened, now people are like, oh, I don't want to celebrate it, but this is what we've been doing our whole life. We don't, you know what I mean? We don't have to stop celebrating it just, you know, because of what happened. I mean, I understand why people don't celebrate it because of what happened, because it is a tragedy. But I think that Thanksgiving is more of like family just getting together, cooking a big meal, and having a good time together. It's
taking something positive and it's taking something negative and turning it into something positive. Yeah, like it could be like that, and some people might not see it like that. But again, like I do understand. Like you like eating Thanksgiving, and then like you scroll through TikTok, and then they're like, oh my God, you're eating the turkey on this day, and it's like, oh man, like
that's
dude.
not what I'm not celebrating.
I'm not celebrating the death, like you know what I mean, like. But then again, I understand where people are coming from, where they want to talk about it because it is part of our history. Right. It's something that happened in this country, and we should discuss all of it. Like I don't understand why people are blocking people from talking about this stuff.
We should discuss it without, you know, judging people.
Yeah, like because
have like an open discussion.
Because in all honesty, right now, no one has really had anything to do with the Trail of Tears right now.
Yeah.
Or I don't know, maybe there might be somebody come on here and challenge me on that, but I don't think anyone has anything to do with the Trail of Tears right now. I'll say I don't think. I also don't think, like, again, white people that live today don't have anything to do with slavery. That live today, specifically today. None of them really own slaves, so it's not like, these are complicated conversations, man, because there's layers to it. Like, there's layers.
It's complicated, too, because we're all just now finding out about all of this. You know what I mean? Like, we didn't know about, like, when we were younger, we had no idea that those things meant something more.
Yeah, that's why I think the 90s kids... My bad.
No, you're fine. It's just now that, you know, the internet and social media has a huge presence, is like huge, now that we're able to get that information out. But before we had no idea, so I think everyone's just shocked.
Yeah, I agree. Because
what was going on?
I heard this guy say this, and I was like, he's right. He said the 90s kids are some of the most open-minded kids. Because think about it, our cartoons had homosexuals in it. Our cartoons had like women's rights. It had black families. Like it had all that. But the 90s had all that. Yeah. We if you think about it, our generation is one of the most open generations. We understand where the older people are coming from and the newer people are coming from.
Yeah. Okay.
There you go.
Country eating happily without you trying to guilt me for the genocide and casualties. I can't help it, I just seem to see the world different. It ain't black or white, it's conflict designed by the system. I don't need your pronouns, all I see is men and women. Kids are taking pills for fun while people can't afford prescriptions. If you don't like it, go. Hate it, then don't call it home. We don't need no violence, got no time for all you radicals. Screw your status quo, we're not animals. I won't kneel for the anthem, cause the flag is what I'm standing for. In America, if freedom ain't free in America, got soldiers dying overseas, so America, you say what we believe, my America, I won't ever take a knee. Our freedom is the reason you can disrespect our flag. If my stars and stripes offend you, then I'll help you pack your bags. America.
I know what he's saying though, cause some people are acting like living here, they're acting like the flag is just like a Nazi symbol or some shit. It's like some people do act like that. Some people act crazy about this.
Yeah.
So like I feel it though, like, cause I love this country. Shit, I ain't gonna sugarcoat nothing. Like I ain't one of them people that's gonna be like, oh, I hate this damn place. I love this country. I think there are things we could tweak to make this shit better. I definitely do. But like I love this country. At the end of the day, like I was born here, like, you know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of other people, black people, who feel that way too, as well as a lot of white people. But I do notice like there are a lot of white people and black people specifically on TikTok that like have a lot to say about how much they don't like this country.
Yeah.
Like I even saw this one video where like dude was burning the flag, and I was like, all right, I understand kneeling, but like burning it, like you going a little far there.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's
but
a little much.
That's a little far. But like I understand kneeling, because I know like when I listen to everybody explain what they're kneeling for, it's not to disrespect the flag. My thoughts are not clear right now on what the reason is, but I know it's not to disrespect the flag or to disrespect the soldiers who are fighting overseas. It's to make a statement to say like, man, like if we live in this country, we are citizens too. That's what it's trying to say. But
we should be able to do whatever we want.
We should be able to do whatever the fuck we want. And again, let me say this. Colin Kaepernick lost his job because he kneeled. This can't be land of the free. If kneeling might cost your position. Think about that. Like the fact that they kneeled and lost, a lot of people were fired for. Actually, I think it was a lot of football players that were fired for kneeling. Then once they realized everybody was doing it, they were like, oh well, fuck, we can't stop it now. Yeah. Hey, but this can't be land of the free. If kneeling might cost your position. And don't try to throw that bullshit. He was a bad quarterback. Fuck all that. They fired him because he kneeled. That's exactly why they fired him. That's exactly what they said too. So look that shit up before you say anything.
You can hate the government and still love the country. The fundamental values of America are concrete. Republicans and liberals are dumb, to put it bluntly. They're labels that they use to create chaos and corruption. You can know the history and still be proud of where you're from. Every flag around the world is covered in a little blood. We started out United States, divided is what we've become. If home is where the heart is, you should show America some love. In America, your freedom ain't free. In America, got soldiers dying overseas, so America, you say what we believe, my America, I won't ever take a knee. Our freedom is the reason you can disrespect our flag. If my stars and stripes offend you, then I'll help you pack your bags. America.
Nah, that was good.
Yeah.
That was fucking good. What's wrong, buddy?
He's sleepy.
Yeah, that was good. Nah, that was good. Our freedom is the reason you could disrespect our flag. No, but like, hey, that's a lot. I like that though. That was hard. Ah, man. Trigger warning though. If you're from the right, you might get triggered. If you're from the left, you might get triggered. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna tell you right now, like, I don't like none of this shit. I think all this shit is bullshit. And I think right now,
Me too.
we have proven within the past 2 elections that the government don't give a fuck about us. So what we gonna do, y'all? I'm just curious to know what we gonna do.
Get together on something.
We gonna keep fighting over all this shit, or we gonna realize that nobody gives a fuck about us? The fucking business owners don't give a fuck about us, and neither do the fucking government. So like instead of us like, bro, I want to say something on here so bad that I know. Well, I can because I don't work there, but I don't work at this place. But anyways, there was a place that I used to work at. I ain't gonna say the name on here, but literally they got a tax cut from Trump. And then they got money from that COVID relief package. They got two things of money, right? They fired half of their workers, did a fucking upgrade. They upgraded. They fired half of their workers and they upgraded their buildings. And then after that, like they didn't even increase anyone's pay or anything like that. That's what I heard about that company. That's fucking crazy when you really think about it. Like they fired half of the people, even though they got money to help them for if some shit like that ever came up where they could take care of their people. I think, and I ain't the only company I heard did that. I heard a lot of companies did that shit. They cut back on a lot of motherfucking people. They're just shady, man. Like I think like the people should have some say in all this shit. Yeah. I really do. Like I don't think like anyone should have that much power over people. Because once you own a business, you have power over people. Like, if you own, like, a big business, you have power over people.
Their whole life. Yeah.
It trips me out with some of these medical companies. I'm pharma. I don't want to say too much, y'all. I'm just trying to be safe here, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to get freaking canceled. But anyways, hey, y'all. Thank you for watching the video all the way through.
We appreciate you.
All right, we outie.